Hello.
Hi.
First of all, congratulations on your engagement.
Thank you so much.
Great.
Thank you.
How long has it been?
Since December 24th?
Yes.
So you got engaged how long after you were
A
dating?
year and a half.
Okay. Tell me about your relationship history, Phillip.
Janae is what I would consider my third serious relationship.
Okay.
Other than the mother of my son, and then one relationship after that.
And how long did those go?
The mother of my son, on and off 11 years.
Oh, that's a long time. What about you, Janae?
I was married before, so I was with him from age 14 to age 31. I had 3 kids with him.
17 years.
Yes. We separated, and then I got into another relationship from age 31 to 38.
And when we first met, I just remember her mentioning something like, in her past relationships, her and her partner would walk around the house and not talk to each other for days. But now I see our relationship turning into that.
Oh.
I just shut down, I do, because I rather avoid arguing.
Yeah.
So I guess the difference between my past and with him, they just let me have my time until I feel like, okay, I want to come to you and talk. Because we do talk about it.
What would they do while you were having your time?
Just do what they normal, like watch sports, read.
But that's not normal, right?
I'm not
that
good at
takes
that.
a high level of pretending.
What do you mean, like pretend? Because
Well, it's where you just pretend is not happening, the thing that isn't working. Your silent thing is the pretending, and then you come back into the relationship pretending it didn't happen.
I was the one who always broke the ice, and I would, start talking
But
first.
weren't you the one who was not talking? You
Yes.
said they would give me my space, which means I'm the one who doesn't want to talk.
Right.
And so it would make sense that you're the one who would have to restart the conversation.
right.
What happens when you come back together? Is there a repair?
No, it's an expectation to act like nothing happened.
Right. Honestly, I've heard enough. Okay, I've heard enough of this dysfunctional pattern. Nobody's gonna stay married doing that. Gonna have to learn something new there. How are you supporting his sobriety?
Okay, well, in the beginning, when he got on the ankle bracelet, I joined him for about roughly 2 months, and then I asked him, when we go to like social gatherings, is it okay if I have a drink? And he said, yeah. So I still drink.
The part that did bother me was when she said she was going to stop, and then she decided to start again. She never wanted to stop.
That sounds right. Like, you don't want to stop drinking. That's what I got, right? Or you would have.
I mean, I don't want to completely stop drinking because of the lifestyle we live.
These two things are incompatible. So you're either gonna acknowledge that they're incompatible, or you're gonna pretend that you could just keep doing this and there's not gonna be a problem. And if the plan is, well, pretending, I'm not gonna sit here and go along with that.
Hi, fam.
How you doing?
I'm good. We're gonna be doing a task called Fears in a Hat. So let's begin.
Okay.
All right.
Do you think Janae loves you unconditionally? I believe she does. Our challenge is when we have a conflict, she doesn't receive the information that well. She can attack and say some pretty mean things, and it comes across as if she doesn't care.
What if you're incorrect, or what if she feels like you're incorrect? Does she have to go with everything you say?
No, absolutely not.
Would you ever consider going sober? Yes, I will definitely consider going sober. I feel that I probably should not be drinking in front of him. I don't want to be that reason why he had a relapse because I chose to continue to drink.
Next question. Do you trust Janae? I trust Janae, but it's hard to have trust with somebody when if I feel like I need a conversation or I need to tell you something's bothering me, if I feel like you're gonna blow up on me or get angry, it's hard to trust you in those situations. So I feel alone sometimes when I'm like in need of a friend or a hug.
That's more like not being able to be open and be able to voice how you feel, but trusting somebody. Do you trust her with your life? Do you trust that she's honest all the time? Do you trust that she's gonna be the wife that you need her to be?
As far as infidelity, I do trust Janae wholeheartedly.
Okay.
It's just like, can you be there when I need you?
Got you.
but the cheating and stuff,
So it's well-rounded, that is the emotional part.
yeah, like I trust her wholeheartedly with that.
So, I got one question. About the other night, who was it that kicked my sister out the house?
If it's 1:30 in the morning in my woman's household, where I'm at all the time, I have the right to ask what's going on with all that noise down there.
Okay.
But the person who's receiving that gets an attitude and starts calling me a That's a problem for me. And then it's not getting handled. That's where I feel like boundaries need to be set.
Right.
And unfortunately, I feel like it's never going to be resolved because there's nobody who feels the need to resolve it.
But if you feel that way right now, how are you gonna get married if she's never gonna feel like there's an issue? But you clearly feel like there is.
That's one other one.
Yes, I asked about who kicked my sister out the house the other night, and how did that go about, because I was very curious.
And I could tell from the question, who kicked my sister out, that he had no idea of what transpired or how it happened. He's only hearing what he heard. So I just gave him my point of view of how it happened that night.
Since we brought up that story, what happened that night, I would never do that to your son. I'm tired of being put in the middle of situations and feeling like I have to pick and choose.
I get it's your daughter, and because of that, I think you're so okay with justifying her actions and condemning mine. Because of that dynamic, you're too okay with that, which still bothers me.
Can I interject? Because I'm the elder at the table, married, raised kids, and I listened to what you just said, and I'm gonna offer something to you. Your daughter is grown, and I know, Janae, I know how difficult it is when you've taken care of your children by yourself, you've mothered them, you've loved them, you've done everything that you can, but Jada has to make her own decisions, and you can never allow her to be disrespectful in your home to your husband under no circumstances.
I just feel at the end of the day like this. He has so much to say about what Jada doing and trying to tell me how to parent my daughter.
Changing the subject.
No,
it's not about
excuse
that.
me. You just brought up other stuff.
hear
So
you.
therefore,
No, I'm bringing up
he
the
has
same
so much
topic.
opinion about how I should be
But
with
I
my
get
daughter.
my son.
But I feel like, how you gonna tell me how to raise my children or my daughter when you have absolutely no relationship with your son?
That's incorrect.
So no, that is totally
That's your
correct.
opinion. That's your opinion.
But Janae, that's a dart. That's
That's a
throwing a
dart.
dart.
Punch.
No,
See how I get
That's
to?
throwing a dart when we're talking
And this is
about
what I got to deal with and stay
subject.
respectful.
Please, he just playing the victim.
You throwing darts for
Playing
no
the
reason.
victim.
I started feeling like I couldn't talk. I started feeling like she was throwing darts to be mean. It's not a conversation, so why keep talking?
The truth hurts. And when the truth hurts, sometimes people can't handle it, so then they get up and they walk away.
Let me ask you this, Janae. Do you notice a difference in how he's managed his anger since he stopped drinking?
Nope, same way.
Can I say this real quick? The challenge that I've had in the past with that I've realized about myself is I have a thing about wanting to be heard.
And I understand when people don't feel heard, they do yell, all right? However, that yelling is still a choice.
Right.
There's still a moment in there where you can say, I do not need to yell. I think for you, this anger it's something that goes deep. It's not being heard your whole life. You're attempting to make strides in terms of managing anger and emotions and yelling. That becomes your individual work. And then, what is it about you being in a relationship with a man where you're not meeting his emotional needs? Like, what is happening there?
Right.
You both have to do that deep dive.
I'm definitely willing to make all necessary changes for us, because if we don't make those changes, it's just going to be a disaster. If you're willing to do anger management and even do counseling, I have no problem with stop drinking.
There's so much work to do here around alcohol, around maintaining sobriety. So that's a key issue. Even for you, Janae, are you actually able to be there as an emotional presence for people? If he's doing his work, you got to do yours.
Okay.
And I would say put the brakes on this one for a minute. You are not two people who should be getting married anytime soon. I have concerns here.
When Dr. Romney said that we should put a hold on getting married, you don't want to hear that, because that's not what you want to do.
Got work out of you.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
But we have someone else coming up now to join us here. So you stay, Phillip.
But it did weigh heavy on me a lot, so I want to make the changes to show people that I can be better for myself.
Hi, how are you? You're Phillip also, yeah?
Yes, I am.
It's nice to meet you. I'm Dr. Romney. I've gotten to know your dad a little bit because I've been talking with him for a while. Tell me a little bit about you and what kinds of conversations do you want to be having with your father?
So, I think the biggest thing was how during my childhood you weren't around and how I felt about you for a really long time. Being around you was kind of difficult with like all the drinking and all the smoking, and it made me not really like the time that we spent together. I don't think I liked you very much just because of like how you treated other people. It was really difficult to see because like you're my dad. I'm supposed to look up to you. So I just want you to be like, you know, better.
How does it feel to hear that from him?
It was the worst mistake I made. But with my destructive habits going on, I didn't want you around it. And I knew it was making you uncomfortable. So I started distancing myself more and more. But I totally understand, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, thank you.
And I'm sorry I let anything be an excuse to not talk to you every day. Me setting the right example wasn't something that was on my mind because I don't have a blueprint. I'm figuring it out.
As you go forth, when you want to yell, you want to react, you got to hold his words, his face in your heart. Say, no, I can be better because I want to be a better father. How do you want your dad in your life?
Like, I want you to be somebody that I can talk to about, you know, my life and, you know, problems that I'm going through, and like for you to be there.
Absolutely. I'm excited and ready and willing and wide open. Moving forward, that is my priority. You are my priority.
You want him to have a journey that was different than yours. This is a chance to end these cycles that repeat over generations. That's your responsibility as a father, even if you don't have a blueprint.
I'll figure it out.
I still wanted to move forward with the relationship.
Okay.
We are remaining engaged, but we're not setting a wedding date.
How can you be ready to be engaged when you're not ready to get married? I feel like you guys don't know yourselves well enough to know whether this is the right marriage for you.
We know that we have work to do. We know what we're looking for in each other. And if that doesn't happen, there is a breakup coming if we don't see the work being done.
It doesn't have to be a breakup necessarily. I think, don't they just say no big decisions in the first year of sobriety? Wouldn't this qualify as a big decision?
Yes, it is.
You seem very committed to this sobriety
I am.
and to regaining the trust of your son and to building a new, different kind of life. What's happening for you, Phillip?
I just felt something when you recognized my commitment to my sobriety, and I am committed to it. Who I was when I was drinking is not who I am and where I'm moving toward, so thank you.
I think that's what it sounds like to support someone's sobriety. And Janae, the question you need to ask yourself is that what I want for my life? And if you don't, then you let him go.
At this time, we have decided just to postpone on our wedding date, to take the time to work on ourselves first, take counseling. We want to reflect on the people that we have hurt, and then we also want to just work on ourselves.
And we appreciate you for being open and honest and transparent during this, because I know it's been tough.
I think that is perfect for laying the framework for when you guys eventually do decide to get married and to further your relationship like that.
I feel like you guys both committed to doing the work. I'm excited to see the work be done.
I'm proud of you guys for making that decision on your own, because that's not easy. It will benefit you in the long run.
Thank you. You know, baby, I'm looking forward to doing the work with you. I'm still 100% in.
And I'm definitely going to put the work in. I'm definitely going to commit 100%.
We thank you all for being here a part of this experience. And if we could just come in for a group hug.